Reskilling workers. Let's talk about that. Welcome to Work 2.0. In this episode, we talk about how talents and orgs are meeting the future of work. We share the insights that we acquire from our working with organizations through our tools, Tao, and we bring those insights right to you so we all could learn and have a conversation about the future. If you are an organization and you are seeing that transformation is happening, which is almost every organization nowadays, then one thing that is biting you hard if your leadership level is people getting obsolete in their skills and how to retrain them into the future into the future organization that you are heading to, right? And the challenges that you are facing today. You're not alone. A lot of businesses that we talk to are suffering from that. And almost everyone, although they understand this problem, their solution, and I think to us even it's gut wrenching to see how some of these businesses are really stuck in they understand the problem, they understand they're doing enough to figure out that they need to do something, but the thing that they're doing is of limited help. And why it's not their fault? Because the thing that are available to you outside, it is of limited importance. So what is happening? So you understand you need to grow. You have sort of skills that are getting obsolete. You understand the skills that you are hiring for, but you are relying right now on outside vendors to retrain your workers. So if you look at that, primarily what you're looking at is content providing companies, Coursera's, Coursera's, Udemy's, and many of like MOOC programs, services, boot camps. And they can train your workers, they can provide content to your workers pretty effectively, right? But what's the problem, right? The problem that we talk to businesses, right? And almost everyone that we talk to, they understand the idea of, hey, these skills are amazing. The skill B is where we're heading to, and skill A is where people are really obsolete and we are better off letting go. Some of the smarter companies that we interact with, they are figuring it out. Hey, how can I take from people from A to B? And some of the not so smart companies with a lot of financial pressure are thinking it in a very catastrophic way. How can I just get rid of B and hire more of A's, or get rid of A and hire more of B's, right? But if you're a smart company, you understand that one of the critical element in creating a workforce of the future is workforce that understand the nuance of your business, understand the culture of your business, and that's very expensive to train someone, right? It's very easy to let go. It's extremely hard to hire someone with the right attitude, and it's equally harder to have them trust your company and deliver and understand your culture and contribute effectively within an organization. So you have gone through that first two stages of acquiring an amazing talent and grooming them. But somehow if they get obsolete by whatever reasons, you're trying to let go of those individuals. Not very good strategy, but what we understand, there are some cost pressures going on, right? Now you're thinking, hey, sure, it's a problem, but how we could solve it, right? So the solution somehow lies in the problem and your research in itself. As I said, that almost every one of you understand the obsolete skill, whether you say, hey, call center reps are obsolete, whether you say people on the field are obsolete, and almost every one of you say, hey, we are a software company, we basically we want to grow, whether you say we need more AI and more sort of artificial intelligence, machine learning heading into the future. So if you think of it this way, and this is how Tao sees things. So I'll explain how Tao sees in few minutes. But if you look at this problem, so you have two skill clusters, right? Cluster A, which is obsolete skills. Cluster B, which is your next age magical skills that gets you to your premium dollars that really help your business succeed. So the thing that you need to understand is, if you identify the skill cluster, if you understand your workers, right? What do these workers know? How do they know it? And all that fun stuff. So you can actually have a very informative understanding of your skill cluster A, obsolete, B, the next stage. And this is Tao's approach, and this is we have learned from Tao. If you do the skill clustering part right, you actually can identify some of the we call it transformational clusters. So from cluster A to cluster B, maybe you need there's a cluster T. It's called transformation. That really, so people are not at, they don't have to jump from totally A to B. They can go through several small T's, getting to the B, right? So that really, when you get to that knowledge, it really empowers you, it emboldens you, because now you have a way to somehow connect the most obsolete worker of your company to the most cutting edge folks in futuristic folks in your company. And even when you start thinking of this particular problem from skill cluster point of view, that's how, even like shameless plug, that even Tao does the same thing. Tao actually identify how your workers are, which skills they are good at, why they are good at, how much they are good at, and how much they like in that being in that skill. So if you have understand the liking of a particular skill, and you understand that this skill are somehow you're good at, those suddenly become the council leader of that particular skill cluster. They can pull everyone else into that cluster, right? And then similarly, you can actually create for every skill transformation cluster and cluster B, all those transformational champions. They are working with the company at a very intimate level, helping understand the content, helping understand the skill and tools and capabilities that are needing. They actually give you that value perspective that a business need to know to really help understand the psychology of growth. And many of us, trust me, even if you give us any content to learn, although the content no doubt would help someone learn, but even our way to handling a content is pretty variable. Someone likes more pictures, someone likes more text, some people like audio, some people like just video, some people like physical interactions when they are, or basically classroom kind environment. So it's very difficult for you to tame which kind of environment suits which kind of people. So that's why understanding culture and creating understanding skill clusters and creating maps across this skill cluster would be exceptionally helpful, right? So what would be the after effect? So if you have done right, and you can do it on Excel spreadsheets, no problem. If you're a company of even 3,000, 5,000 people, 10,000 people, you can still do it on Excel spreadsheet. Not a very big project. But once you do it right, you would get a very insightful visual of your organization, with what all skill clusters exist in your company, which skill cluster could actually transform from skill A obsolete to skill B cutting edge, and then who are the champions in every skill cluster, who are aspirationally motivated to grow, right? And from there on, you can actually, and then you can even throw the content, tactical content at these tactical clusters, and see very tactical outcome that might emerge, and that would really help you. Now what would happen? So now what's the call to action? Now you know how it's useful. Go out, talk to your HR, or if you're in HR, look at each and every of your employee and see where they lie on the skill cluster map roadmap, which skills they have, how much they like their skill, how much how much experience they have in that skill, and from there on, try to connect the dots and see how best you can do that. And obviously we can help if we can be of any help. But regardless, extremely important, most efficient way to reskill your worker is understand the skill clusters within your company, connect the right people together through the skill clusters, and have people keep transforming from the obsolete to the cutting edge. And that will give you a constant cyclic approach of retraining your workers without getting into panic and just throwing every content and hoping someone stick on the wall. So with that, I hope it is useful. If you like what you're listening and hearing, we do appreciate you share and subscribe. Thank you so much, and till the next episode, good luck.